All right, with the presidential election less than 100 days away, Vice President Harris is seeing a bump in fundraising and is getting ready to pick a VP.
That's right. Could happen any day now. Good Day's Robert Moses is here with the very latest. Robert, good morning.
Dan, Rosanna, good morning to you. 99 days until Election Day, 14 weeks from tomorrow. The next big event to watch, yes, the Veep stakes. Who will Kamala Harris select to appeal to the widest swath of voters possible? With Kamala Harris's announcement of a running mate expected soon, this afternoon, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro and Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer headlined a rally for her outside Philadelphia. Shapiro is thought to be one of the finalists for the job. According to the vice president's campaign, she raised $200 million in the week since becoming the likely Democratic nominee. Two-thirds of that money, her campaign says, came from first-time donors in the 2024 cycle. As she decides on her number two, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer speculated that perhaps former President Donald Trump is having second thoughts about his number two, J.D. Vance.
Every day, Vance, it comes out, Vance has done something more extreme, more weird, more erratic. Vance seems to be more erratic and more extreme than President Trump. And I'll bet President Trump is sitting there scratching his head and wondering, why did I pick this guy? The choice may be one of the best things he ever did for Democrats.
Schumer even floated the possibility that the former president could replace Vance.
The president has about 10 days before the Ohio ballot is locked in, and he has a choice. Does he keep Vance on the ticket, or does he pick someone new?
A spokesman for the former president says the campaign is thrilled with Vance, who pressed the flesh yesterday at a diner in Minnesota and seemed to anticipate the criticism.
They're going to lie about us. That is the price of admission to governing this country, and I think it's a shame.
Former President Trump plans to return to Butler, Pennsylvania, the site of the July 13th assassination attempt, for another rally to honor Corey Comparator, who was killed, as well as David Dutch and James Copenhaver, who were injured. Copenhaver's family said in a statement yesterday that he is now out of the hospital. The New York Times reports that nearly 100 minutes before the former president took the stage, a local counter-sniper texted two colleagues about seeing the man who was later identified as 20-year-old Thomas Crooks, the gunman. That is significant because it means Crooks raised suspicions more than half an hour earlier than previously thought. And back to the political side of things, a new ABC News Ipsos poll shows that Vice President Harris's favorability rating has jumped to 43%, a sign of the momentum that she has enjoyed since President Joe Biden stepped aside. Now, former President Trump's favorability rating has fallen, according to this survey, to 36%. But again, as I've said all throughout the day, the only survey that matters is Election Day, 14 weeks from tomorrow. Rosanna and Dan, back to you.
That's a good point, Robert. Thank you very much.